Hello, 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 everybody. We are here just as I promised, right here on location. So we're gonna give you guys a few minutes to come on in. Come on in the room. So just come on, come on, come on. We're making sure that we're checking the sound to make sure that we're good. And gonna give you guys just a couple of minutes to come on. So come on in the room because we have an amazing show planned for you on today. You see, we have our guest here, and I'll introduce her in a moment. But just come on in the room. Come on and sit with us. Talk with us for a little while. Yes, you can hear us. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So our sound is wonderful, and it is 5:31. So we're gonna give you about another 3 minutes to come on in the room. We see we got four people here, and yeah, we're just looking forward to having a great time today. Yes, 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 yes. So just speak as you come on in. Speak. Let us know that you're here. Let us know who you are, where you're from. Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming on in. And so just waiting for you got that. That sounds good. All right. So this is our first time on location, and we are going to go ahead and get started. So hey, welcome to Twoc Talk Thursdays with your girl Raquel. Hello. I am with the Twoc Healing Project in Tyrone, Georgia, and just as I promised on yesterday, that we are right here on location, right here in the Westin in downtown Atlanta at the NASM conference. And we have today our guest, the lovely Miss Dee Dee Chambly Lamar herself, and we're so grateful to have her. Want to say hi to the people? Tell them what your agency is.
Lamar, I'm the executive director of Legenda Inc. And when I say Lamar, I mean the love in me breeds the love in you.
Yes.
And plus, I can't remember all my children's names, so I said Lamar. And they kiss them all.
Absolutely. Good stuff. So we want to get right into it because it is amazing, first and foremost, to have you here, right? Because you are who we are to honor because we stand on your shoulders because of all of the work that you have done in community that has helped us get to the space and place that we're here today. But we've still got a ways to go, right?
Yes, we do.
So I want to ask you a couple of questions. What would you say prompted you to become an advocate of trans women?
I got tired of being disrespected. I got tired of being misgendered. I got tired of not getting the proper health care that I needed as a trans woman and as a black trans woman.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So it just hit me to my core. Everything that I was suffering from, I knew that my community was suffering from too and needed to access these services. But it was a zoo up in these places to try to get these services.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the girl was going to be misgendered, she was going to be laughed at, she was going to be ridiculed, and the girls just were not going up in there to see about themselves.
And would you say that's what pulled on your heartstrings? So would you say that's what pulled on your heartstrings?
Yes.
To make you want to make a place and space for us?
It pulled on my heartstrings so that I just started with no money.
Uh-huh.
Didn't nobody want to listen to me. Didn't nobody believe that we existed as a community. So I had to create an organization. I had to create Legenda.
Yes, ma'am.
And through Legenda, I was able to get up and talk at Ryan White, Georgia Planning Council, all through the state of Georgia. I talked. I even went to colleges and taught sexual identity classes. They want to see a real person. They want to see somebody that was real and know what the real issues that they were going to face when they left college.
Uh-huh.
So the professors would bring me in. and I would teach the class.
Absolutely. And with you saying that, how long have you been an advocate for trans women?
Over 30 years.
Over 30 years. You've been on the vineyard doing this work.
Doing this.
Yes, ma'am. And what would you say has been one of the highlights or accomplishments while doing this work?
It had to be the White House.
Okay.
When I went, and I was honored by President Obama as the champion of change. And I got a chance to go to the White House.
So wait a minute. Wait. You said that you were honored by President Obama as a champion of change at the White House.
At the White House.
That's some good stuff. I could only imagine that it made you feel like the work that you had done up to that point was that it was worth it. It had been worth it all. I could only imagine that.
I couldn't imagine that he found me.
Ah, come on here.
I just couldn't imagine that he knew that I existed. You know, and when he called me, I was actually coming off of a sickness. And I had been sick for like 8 years. And I had started coming back around, and the phone rang and it said United States. And I said, ooh, that might be a deal. I said, I'm not going to answer that call. But Holy Spirit said, answer that phone.
That's right.
And so when I answered it, he said, this is the Obama administration. Now speaking to Shelby. And I said, speaking.
It had taken you, huh?
Because I didn't know what I had done.
And how about that? And how about that? That as a trans woman, the first thought that came to you was that you had done something wrong, right?
Done something wrong.
Not even thinking that someone would be calling you to honor you.
Yeah, it just didn't occur to me. I just think the feds still got a hold of me. They done found something out to shut me up. Because my mouth was kind of big during that time.
Okay.
And I said, they don't.
I think I got it. Can you hear us now? So listen, guys, this is our first time on location, so we're working out the kinks. Okay, so we back good to go. Yeah, and so we're talking about, if you didn't hear us, we're talking about Miss Shambly. Let me get myself correct because she deserves respect, right? So Miss Shambly got a call from the White House, and the first thing she thought that they had found something from her past, that she had done something wrong. But as God would have it, she was getting a phone call from the Obama administration to be honored. And the honor that they bestowed upon her is a champion of change. Wow. And so I'm sure, Ms. Shambly, that as a champion of change, you've endured some rough times. I'm sure you've endured some challenges. So tell us some of the challenges that you faced as an advocate.
Well, first of all, I want to say about the White House.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
They debuted my blog on the White House website on trans equality.
Go ahead. They debuted her blog, honey. Yes.
Okay.
The White House.
The White House on the White House website.
Hello.
It had never been done. But the challenges that I face is getting people to realize that we existed and that we needed care, and that we were the highest rate of infection for HIV at that time, and it was like the numbers were so high, it was like an annihilation of a whole population of people, because it was 85% here in Atlanta at the time. And so
85% here in Atlanta?
here in Atlanta.
Wow.
That was the first study that was done.
Uh-huh.
And then I was able to get Georgia State to do a needs assessment, help me do a needs assessment
Uh-huh.
to gather the data to substantiate that we existed.
Yes, ma'am.
But the state didn't want that to happen. They did not want to substantiate that we existed because that meant that they would have to direct funding towards our needs. And they did not want to recognize us.
Uh-huh.
Uh, they wanted to keep us in the category of men that have sex with men.
Wow. Did not want. And so that brings me to my next question, right? Because we are still in the climate where we are not being treated as human. We're still not accepted, or we're still not validated as human. And so, like I said, that brings me to my next question. So, what would you say the difference? Because there's got to be some difference in the work today than when you started the work 30 years ago. What's the difference that you would say?
I wouldn't say that there is a difference because of the pandemic
Mm-hmm.
that set a lot of us back. We had to close our doors at the gym, even though I still run the gym out of
Mm-hmm.
my dining. But we had to close our physical office um, at Legenda because of the pandemic. And the services are so scattered. Nobody knows where to go, not even the organization.
Mm-hmm.
But I still have organizations sending people to me,
Okay.
even though I don't have the
Even though you don't
funding.
have the wow, wow. And so
But
the
that's the
people,
way it's been.
and so you would say it's the same. It hasn't changed. Has there been any change that you've actually seen since you've been doing the work? Like, have you seen maybe some milestones, some things that have actually turned around, or maybe not even turned around, but some things that may have gotten better?
Well, we have created new policies
Okay.
for the Atlanta Police Department
Yes, ma'am.
for interacting with trans and gender non-conforming.
Okay.
So we have something in black and white
Uh huh.
that are standard operating procedures, which is like the law for police,
Okay.
for the
Okay.
public.
Oh, hello.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
it's like the law for the public.
Uh huh.
So they have to follow these guidelines when they interact with a trans person.
Well, look
And
at
they
them.
can't misgender you, even if your name doesn't change.
Uh huh.
If you tell them you or she,
Uh huh.
they have to complete that whole process
And
with
respect you
she,
like that.
uh,
Yes, ma'am.
she, and how to handle you, how they have to take you into custody,
Uh huh.
how they supposed to go through that, all the different procedures.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that was very important
Hmm.
to change the culture of the police department because at one time, if you were black and trans,
Uh huh.
you went to jail
Just because you were black and
just
trans.
because you were black and trans. You
Wow.
went to jail.
Yes, ma'am. Wow. So that leads me to my last question. And what are some of the so from today's time, right, to where from yesterday's time to where we are today, right? And it's similar to what I just asked you. What would you say are some of the key things that need to happen that haven't happened yet, where we're concerned as trans women?
Um, the real work has to be done with the mental health and the spiritual
Yes,
health. Well-being.
absolutely.
Um, those are the two things where you can really get some change in the culture that's going on now because social media and the app
Hmm.
is a battle.
Right.
It's a big one.
Uh huh.
And to battle those, we need to work on people's mental health. And not just saying you're doing mental health, but getting into the everyday nuances that trans people have to face going out into this world.
Yes, ma'am.
Traumatized in a world that does not accept you. That requires some in-depth care. traumatized,
Yes,
informed, care,
absolutely.
transcendent. Um, and it's just not enough people that's doing the work in that area.
Right.
They say they're doing mental health, but it's on their bad day. It's
Mm,
not doing the real deal that's getting down in there and helping people get their spiritual foundation,
uh-huh.
which is going to change some of the ways that they act and do,
Yes,
how
ma'am.
they move and groove.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just think that we need to be moving toward that area
Yes,
where we
ma'am.
can really do some
Absolutely.
good.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely. And I agree with you 100% there, right? And that's the whole part that we at the Twoc Healing Project are putting into action with our healing through the highways. I asked her what were the two things, and she said healing and spiritual, that we need to take care of the mental and spiritual, right? And how we do that is being reminded that God did not make a mistake when God made us,
he
right?
did not.
And God was clear about who we would be, right? And I don't care what anybody else says, God was clear that this woman would show up. God built her to do the work, and what we are determined to do, what we're called to do, what we have been sequestered by God's self to do is to make it happen, to be a vehicle of change. And we are doing just that right here at Twoc Healing Project with our Healing Through the Highways. And I want to tell you, thank you so much, Miss Dee Dee. Thank you for all of the work that you've done. Thank you for being who you are. And of course, I want to tell you, we can just say thank you with our mouths as much as we want, but we want to go ahead and here bless you, Miss Dee Dee, because you deserve it. And I know you didn't come here for it, but just a love token from us to bless you because you deserve it, and we are grateful and thankful for all of the work that you have done. And we are getting our mental together. This young girl right here, because of the work that you've done, it's caused me to answer the call of God on my life to get our mental together, to get our spiritual together, to let all of us trans women know that there is space for us. There is no kingdom of God without us in it.
Without
And
us.
so God knew exactly what God was doing. So I just want to tell you thank you. We love you. Mwah. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Yep.
Thank you, T1.
Yes, you're welcome.
I love y'all my daughters.
Yes, ma'am. We
Y'all the
are.
next generation
Yes, ma'am. We
of the
are.
carry.
Yep. And so, yep. Huh? Okay, good. And so at this time, we're going to go right into our Did You Know? And so we're going to bring Samaya over here for our Did You Know? And so at this time, I'm going to welcome my CFO, Miss Samaya Charlize Turner, and we're going to have her come in for Did You Know? And I'll be back before it's all over. T-Rock Talk Thursdays. I told you it was going to be good today.
Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing? My name is Samaya Turner, and I am the program manager and CFO at the Transformative Color Healing Project. Today, I am here with Dee Dee Chambly, and what we were talking about today is we were really getting into our history. Why? Because we know that if we do not know where we came from, we will not know where we're going. And today, I wanted to just talk a little bit more about some of the amazing work from folk in our community. Now, before I got into that, I just wanted to give my own personal testimonial of Dee Dee Chambly and Legender and how amazing the work has been. I have been in Atlanta now for 20 years. And in my time here, I have had the wonderful pleasure of being in Miss Dee Dee, her having to come to my wedding, her being a woman in community that is always going to be there. What I respect about Legender Inc. is that they are the first here in this city. She is a founder of a movement, and I have had a privilege and an honor of being in her life and in her work with her for so many years. So I just wanted to give that context. Dee Dee, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Now, because this is Pride Month, and because we are in this moment um, trying to honor history, I wanted to honor this woman today. So give me one moment. My phone just dropped off on me. You know how that works, y'all. Technology will fail you when you need her the most. But amen, here we are. I would like today to talk about Tracy Norman, also known as Tracy Africa. Tracy Africa is an American fashion model and the first American trans model to achieve prominence in the fashion industry. Originally from Newark, New Jersey, a Jersey girl, Miss Norman has modeled and photographed for Essence, Vogue, Italia, Harper's Bazaar, and India Magazine. Now, I wanted to bring Tracy Norman into this conversation today because what is very powerful about her story is that she's the first trans woman to have a major campaign. She was the face of Clairol, and she had box number 512, and she was over that color. Well, she was modeling in the industry. She has this big contract, and one of the community members, one of the other members of the LGBT community, her hairstylist or one of the hairstylists at the photo shoot told her business. And as a result, Miss Africa lost everything. And it took until 2016 for her to regain her ability to make money as a working model in this industry. I wanted to bring that up during Pride Month because it is important for our allies to remember that being trans is difficult on its own. We don't need any help making it more difficult. We don't need any help by telling our business. Telling our business can equal to actually paying against us. Visibility does not always equate to safety. And during Pride Month, we ask that you remember that as you support your trans allies, as you support this community, to remember that our disclosure is our place. And I wanted to bring that story out because I know that there are a lot of you that are hearing about all of the amazing things that we're doing, all of the amazing things that we have done. But if we do not have allies that are standing with us, standing beside us, and supporting us and respecting our privacy, we can lose it all. With an ally misinterpreting what we need and doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this Did You Know segment. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to Twoc Talk Thursdays. And I wanted to give the floor back to my wonderful sister, Raquel. Raquel, before I go, how was this today?
Oh my God, this was amazing. And so what it has done for me is it let me know that we need to do more interviewing of those who have been in this struggle, been in this work all this time, making it happen, right? Because I would say that we're the newer generation who's making it happen, who has taken on the mantle to make sure that we get this job done. And the job is to take care of all of us trans women of color. That is what we're here for. We're here to be a blessing to our very communities. And we trust that right here at Twoc Talk Thursdays is where you will get not just only encouragement, like Miss Didi Chambly was saying. Yes. She was saying about the spirituality and the mental. Well, if that's not what we do, like
that is us. That's us put together in an amalgamation. That's so perfectly worded, right?
Absolutely, because we are here to make sure that all of you, as well as all of us, remain healthy, healed, and whole. And if you are not healthy, healed, and whole, that's the space and place that you get to. And when you get to that place, you can then be a part of what history looks like. Amen. And what our history looks like is all of us being healthy, healed, and whole so that we can be a greater community, so that we will exist out here in the world, so that we can be our very best selves, the women that God has called us to be. And so we just want to tell you, thank you so much. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for all of your help. Thank you for everything that you do to make us all great. We thank you for showing up today. And we're going to have more of lives like we did today. Yes. We'll be interviewing those that are in the work. Not only that, we'll make sure we have some lives where we'll interview our ED. Yes. So she can talk about why she even got the organization started and why we are where we are today. Listen, it's Twoc Talk Thursdays with your girl Raquel and Samaya. And we thank God for Miss Didi Chambly for being our guest today. And we look forward to seeing you again, same place, same time, on the same channel. Twoc Talk Thursdays. Listen, we love you, and we want to be sure that you remain healthy, healed, and whole. Why? Because you matter, and we matter too. Amen. Twoc Talk Thursday, signing off. This is Raquel and Samaya. Mwah. Love you. Bye-bye.